Real estate in Oahu with Hawaii's only true real estate radio show, the Team Lally Real Estate Show. Grab a pen and get ready to take notes. For the next full hour, Hawaii's premier real estate leader, Adrienne Lally, and Attilio Leonardi will bring you the latest in real estate news and real-world strategies on how they can guarantee to sell your home at a price and deadline you agree to, or they'll buy it. Now, here are your hosts, Adrienne and Attilio.
Welcome to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program. We'll buy it. If you have any questions, just give us a call at 799-9596 or check us out online at teamlally.com.
Hey, everybody, this is Attilio, and what I want to talk to you guys about is, I am always a growth-oriented person. In fact, I'm one of those people that I'm the sucker at the grocery store. When you see those magazines, they're like $15, and they're on different topics like the Crusades or
cats.
Yeah, or cats. I didn't get that one though. Okay,
I got that one.
I don't know about cats. Sorry, cat people, but Adrian's the cat person.
I am.
So and they're on different topics. Prints could be like famous people, current topics and the whole magazine's geared to that. So the last magazine I picked up for your benefit, giving you guys some nuggets, save you the $15, improve your life. Improve your health. It was about immune systems or immunity, not immunity from like being accused of something and then you get immunity from the presidential pardon, but your internal biological system. So one of them was the about exercise, and this is from this guy is a David Newman doctor. With a PhD, and he's an exercise immunology researcher. That's his one thing. And what he found is that when we exercise, it actually boosts your T cell count when you're exercising, and the more exercise that you have. So, for example, it's kind of like an extreme of the situation with your health. But if you're like going through cancer treatment, number one, it lowers your risk of cancer. Mm-hmm. You fare better during treatment, and you fare better after treatment.
So just exercise. So
if you want to prevent cancer and get through cancer, exercise. Pow! It's preventative, and it's a type of healthcare that's preventative and non-prescriptive. What do you think it means by when we say non-prescriptive? Like prescription.
Yeah, it's like not medication.
Yeah, you get a prescription, you got to go to the doctor, and you're taking drugs.
This is like self-care.
Yeah. In fact, they did a study of master level athletes, and I'm not talking about athletes that are masters at whatever it is that they do. These are just old people. I'm considered one of those old peoples. You know what? But I'm okay telling you I'm 54 because I'm probably in better shape than 80% of the guys half my age. Let that sit with you for a while. Boom! Uppercut. Because what's my favorite saying when I do all these races like Spartan, marathon?
Old man on your right, passing.
No, I usually pass on the left because I make the old people go by the street traffic.
Yeah.
Because they're young. They can handle
up the hills.
Yeah, old man on your left. That's my favorite thing to say at these races because you get these millennials who are like, hey, let's do the Spartan this weekend. We don't do any training. Stay up all night and go with a hangover. And this is what they hear. Old man on your left. So, master level athletes has been proven. So these are people that exercise on a regular basis, and they're old people like me, old futs like me. They did a study, and they drew blood. Actually, their immune systems were the same as somebody 20 years younger. And it also slows the effect of aging. So
exercise your way to youth.
So Dr. Leonardi has a prescription for you today. It's called go to my website, getoffyourbuttanddo.com, and 30 minutes a day. So here's your prescription, 30 minutes a day. Kind of wimpy people suggest like, oh, just do it 3 to 4 times a week. You know what? You need to have a daily habit of getting your butt out of bed and doing something. Do it every day. Oh, I'm too busy working all the time. You know what?
Make time.
Stand up right now if you hear my voice. Do 20 air squats, 20 push-ups, and 20 jumping jacks.
Go.
Go. Now, take a little break. Take a little break after you catch your breath. Now, initially, you can feel like you're having a coronary, so don't do it. But do that and do those 3 sets. Take a little breath till you get your heart rate going, and then do it again and rinse and repeat for like 30 minutes, and then that's it. So, I worked too hard. Get up earlier. Stay up late. You know, when you're on your deathbed and you're having all kinds of health challenges and you're not keeping up with your kids, you know, my motto is not going to be stay healthy for the grandkids. My motto is going to be, can the grandkids keep up with me? By the way, I'm not grandpa yet, so if my kids are listening, don't be having the kids yet. Just hold on.
You're still training.
Still training, grandpa in training. That's the bumper sticker on my car. Can you keep up with me? So exercise stimulates the immune system. If you exercise and then binge watch Netflix,
No.
it counteracts it.
Yeah.
It actually counteracts sitting around, counteracts it. So you're like, I'm going to binge watch stuff for a couple of hours. It actually counteracts the exercise. So if you do want to binge watch Netflix, you know what you do? Stand up.
Oh. Or you can do exercise while you're watching.
There you go.
Sit-ups.
There you go. Every time when it says play next episode, because that's what they suck you in, right?
Yes.
You got to do
Do your routine.
20
your exercise
20 air
routine.
squats, 20 push-ups, 20 jumping jacks.
All right. Well, those are some great tips.
And don't skip the intro. You know what? You got to do that during the intro of the episode. Don't skip the intro.
All right.
Then you can binge watch. And then stand up the rest of the time too.
All right. So I have some reviews that I'd like to share.
Okay.
So our team has quite a few reviews. If you just Google us, you'll see all of the wonderful.
TeamLally.com. That's LALLY.
Yeah. Or just Google top realtor. We'll show up.
Yep.
All right. So here's a couple of reviews that we've received. This one is from Michelle Rodriguez. This is for one of our agents, Alicia Borja. Thank you so much to Alicia and Team Lally. They did a fantastic job in helping us sell our home. We needed to move quickly, and they made it happen for us. They were very efficient, communicative, and professional during the entire process, and we are very pleased with the outcome.
Yeah.
Alicia went above and beyond, and we are so grateful for her, for everything she's done for us. We couldn't have asked for a better outcome. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you, Alicia and Team Lally.
Give her a big 5 chee-hoos.
That's right. Good job, team.
Speaking of people that go above and beyond, we have Bradley Maruyama. He's with Allstate Insurance, and he is like the Bruce Lee of insurance. He has a 1-inch punch, very powerful. So, what you got for us, Bradley?
Well, what I got for you guys today is there's been a lot of people asking, what is the process when my house burns down? So I think one of the key things that you want to have done is have an inventory of all your personal property.
Yeah.
So you have 2 options. You can document by writing things down, keeping it in your safety deposit box, or you could use our Allstate app and start listing things that you have in your house, like how many televisions, how many couches, how many designer bags, what do you have that consists in your house? Because when there is a fire, it's very stressful. And the adjusters are going to ask you, what did you have in your house that you lost? So in order to alleviate some of that pressures and stress, have a list already accumulated of what you have in the house. So when that unfortunate day comes, or hopefully it never comes, that you're prepared and that we can get you back to normal as soon as possible.
Yeah, it's so funny that you mentioned that, because what was the announcement at our Couple AF 45, Adrian?
Oh, that one of our members that goes, I think they go to the 5:30 class. And their house burned down and they lost everything.
Everything. Nobody got hurt.
Yeah.
Everything gone. Something with the electrical in the bedroom.
Yeah.
This was last weekend.
Yep.
It's for real. Your house can burn down. So have that inventory. I have a suggestion, Bradley, for the people with the stuff in the house. Get rid of some of the stuff.
And so we recently had one with another agent. It wasn't myself, but he called me and asked me for some tips. And he said, Brad, we kind of checked within like 10 days for the actual structure, but we're kind of struggling with the content side. So here was another thing that some people don't know or understand, but when there is a loss like this, you're going to get 50% upfront to go and replenish your belongings. As you get these receipts, we're going to give you the other 50%. Right off the bat, the agent and the insured was like, "Oh my God, you're only giving me depreciated costs." I said, "No, they're not giving you depreciated costs. They're going to give you 50% upfront.
Mm-hmm.
And as you start turning in the receipts for the things that you purchased, you're going to get the other 50%. So it is replacement cost when you're dealing with Allstate on content coverage."
Gotcha.
Well, I love that you guys have an app that keeps everything organized. And, you can kind of maybe just do a room by room.
You do your room by room inventory in the Allstate app?
And then, why not?
Yeah.
Room by room. Just chunk it
What
down.
happens if you have a safe and there's a fire and now everything in the safe burns, right?
Yeah.
So here you have a backup. You have what you have in your home. Because I do know I had 7 fire claims in my career. And it is very stressful. So when we're asking them for a list, they're like, "That's the last thing on my mind right now. I just want to make sure that I can get back in my house." So this is already made. That can really cut down some of the anxiety that you're going to go through. That's an opportunity. Same thing with hurricanes. If you have a list, whether it's a fire or hurricane, you got that list already made.
Do like Marie Kondo. If it doesn't give you joy, you need to let it go.
And if it does, just put it on the Allstate app.
Put it on the Allstate app.
Yeah.
It gives you joy and you want to keep it.
There you go.
But, if you got that Kiss 70s concert t-shirt, those things are worth money now.
Mm-hmm.
Good inventory 'em.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you, Bradley, for reminding us about that handy tool you guys have on the Allstate app.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I think it's a good process for people to go through to look at all the beep stuff they have in their house.
And then they can declutter.
Do some
as
purging.
Well.
Do some purging. Let it go.
All right. Thanks, Bradley. So you can get a hold of Bradley and his team by going to teamlally.com on the resource tab under Experts We Trust. They're all there. You can also give them a call at 591-8016.
Next up, we got Kenji from Pillar Post Home Inspections. He is literally the Leonardo da Vinci of home inspections. He's a true artiste.
What do you have for us this week, Kenji?
What I have for you this week is I was underneath a home in Waikai area, and they did a few remodels to the property.
Mm-hmm.
But along with the remodels of the property, they kind of lifted the house a little, or there was some settlement going on.
Mm-hmm.
And the post and pillars that's supposed to be supporting the house is actually floating. So my advice to those contractors or to homeowners is to ensure the work that they're doing. If the post is floating after all the construction is done, make sure you go underneath the house and look at all the posts so that way your house is secure, and it's not going to be compression fractures. Because I could walk around in the living room of that house and kind of be like a trampoline where I would be bouncing around. You can feel the floor giving. There's about a 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch gap difference between the post and the foundation block.
Wow.
So that's why we want to have these things pointed out to these contractors, because let's remodel the house, let's put these concrete support walls in, but if nothing's supporting the center of the house, that house can potentially fold inwards. So that's why it's very important to double check their work, make sure you go around all those posts and piers, make sure they're anchored in and all together, and that they're not floating, so that way you don't have a trampoline for your living room floor. So that's my big advice for this
I would
week.
say also that this is very important to get a home inspection as well, because you're crawling around under there, and
he has a bumper sticker, no more floating posts. And then in case you invite Akibono, the Hawaiian sumo wrestler, to come to your house for dinner or pupus or happy hour, you don't have to worry about the floor cracking. And us, us local people, we love to play lunch. So, you might have one uncle like that, and then he's going to come over, and then, he's going to crack the floor because you got floating posts. So you can tell your uncle next time, "Oh, uncle, pound the lao lao. I went and take care of the floating posts."
Okay. Thank you, Kenji.
You're welcome.
Excellent tip.
Thank you.
So you can get a hold of Kenji and his team. You can find them on our website under the resource tab and Experts We Trust. You can also give them a call at 492-1675.
speaking of another expert we trust, if you're having challenges, like you're getting ready to take a test and you need to increase your IQ, all you got to do is listen to this next person. Her name is Jody with Pacific Rim
Mortgage,
and she's the
mortgage
genius.
Yes.
What you got for us, Jody?
Hi there.
Hello.
Today's tip is pretty basic, but it's actually come up twice this week. So when I wanted to explain the aspects that are taken into consideration for your monthly mortgage payment. And that's really important because you need to know what you're paying each and every month.
Yeah.
So, aside from the principal and interest, which is, okay, you're borrowing $300,000 at a 2.75%. So your principal and interest is what you're paying back to the loan. And that is not all you pay. So I had a call today from our buyer and she said, I calculated it was only going to be $3,000. Why did what you sent me say $3,600? So the reason is because it's not just principal and interest. There are also homeowners insurance costs, hurricane insurance costs, property tax costs that are divided by 12 and then allocated monthly so that you are paying a monthly incremental payment towards your future homeowners and hurricane insurance and property tax renewals. So your total payment is bigger than just principal and interest. Yeah. However, some people don't want to include principal, property taxes, homeowners insurance, hurricane insurance in their mortgage payment. And that is allowed for conventional loans, not allowed for the government loans like FHA and VA. But conventionally, if you wanted to not include it, that's fine. But just to share, there's actually then a small increase in your closing costs.
If you don't include it.
Yes.
So, I mean, it sounds like it's beneficial.
Well,
to include it, right? So that you don't have to worry about making those payments. It's just all lumped in together.
Let's speak to human nature. There's a reason why they want you to include it. You've been doing mortgages for, 150, 200 years.
So you don't fall behind.
Because they know people will go, oops,
I forgot to pay.
I didn't budget for my homeowner's insurance or my property tax.
Or I forgot to pay. Now my house isn't insured. Or I didn't pay the taxes. And
you
now
know who that person is?
Yep.
Homer Simpson. Because he's like, don't.
So just wrap it all together. Just keep it simple.
Don't be a Homer Simpson. Just make it automatic.
Yeah. Auto pay.
Yeah. That's a good tip.
All right. Thank you, Jody.
And to prepare people and manage expectations of you're going to have all that stuff in there.
It's all wrapped together.
It's all in there.
To make it easy.
Right.
Yes.
Yes. All right, thanks, Jody. So you can get a hold of Jody and her team. They're also located on our website on the resource tab and experts we trust. You could also call them at 488-5510.
Next up, we have the Wonder Woman of remodeling, floor, anything to do in your home. She is literally the Wonder Woman. She has a lasso of truth. And she will get straight to the bottom of it on what will be the best things to do with your home. We have, who is it?
We have Chastity on the line.
From?
American Floor and Home.
American Floor and Home. Hi, Chastity.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes.
Okay. So today I'd like to talk more about the importance of how to vacuum, and vacuuming will maintain the investment you made with your flooring, like carpet areas and especially your hard surfaces. So we definitely recommend weekly maintenance of vacuuming. It's the easiest way to properly take care of your flooring. Removing debris prevents the breakdown of your carpet fibers, also splitting matting and odors, which over time can happen. So same as getting a regular maintenance right on your car. You want to make sure that you're doing that for all of your flooring.
Makes it less crunchy.
Yeah, it does.
I don't like crunchy carpets.
So on the vacuuming, I was always curious, like, because there's like the level 1, the 2, 3, or 4. What is the recommended level for carpets?
So it really depends on the kind of carpet that you have. So the best thing is, the machine, because so a lot of times the vacuum you use, it really matters. Many of us believe like the stronger it sucks, it's going to be the best vacuum that we have, but not necessarily always true, right? Yeah. So Carpet and Rug Institute is such a great such a great resource, and they recommend certain vacuums and how to upkeep your flooring. So sometimes vacuums won't even move when you have certain carpets, like thicker carpet, shag carpet.
Like shag.
Right. Yes. And so also when you're going from flooring to your bathroom rugs, right, all of a sudden it has to adjust the height, all of that good stuff, or it'll eat your carpet. So always best to check with the Carpet and Rug Institute website for a list of recommended vacuums. Here at American Floor and Home, we carry the German brand Miele, and it includes the new 3-in-1 Miele Triflex, which is perfect for all flooring types, and it won't eat your bathroom rug. It'll automatically adjust to the height.
Ooh.
Yeah, I hate that when you vacuum in the bathroom and you're like, you like put one foot on the bathroom rug. And then,
that's nice that it automatically,
you gotta do like a yoga move while you're trying to vacuum
so it senses the level and what's underneath, and then it automatically adjusts based on.
Helps your kids with their math.
So smart. Such a smart vacuum.
Miele, I've heard of Miele. That's good stuff. Yeah.
It really is a good one, and they're approved by Good Housekeeping. So it does adjust to the height, but it's almost like a Dyson, right? Where it stands up, and you can change it to 3-in-1, so you can make it into different settings or different looks. So you can get into hard to reach places. You can make it into a kid's size. I can show you how that works if you come into the showroom. But yeah, no more yoga moves when you use this.
You're like dragging that bathroom carpet around, like, gotta stop.
I hear you.
And then you gotta kind of like go backwards. It's funny watching when you're trying to do the rugs.
That's me all the time.
But not with this new vacuum that you guys have.
Miele.
Not with this new one. Yes, it's a really great one. Lightweight too. You can carry it with one finger. No joke.
Yeah, I use a Miele. That's the name of the person that comes to clean my house. Her name is Miele.
Oh, I wish I had a Miele like that.
I have a me. Me is the one that cleaned my house.
So, and you sing la 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 la, right?
Exactly. But that's good. You never know. See, you listen to the show and you got some vacuuming tips and
some floor care tips, right? Because if you if you use the wrong level vacuum, you can tear up your carpet.
Yep.
Right?
You can. Or you can beat up your hard surface line.
Chastity's running for city council, and she's running on a platform of no more crunchy carpets.
That's right.
Yes, no more crunchy carpets for a while. Vote for me.
Yay!
Okay, you got our vote.
I'd win.
Okay, so Chastity, you got to say this. My name is Chastity, and I approve of this message.
My name is Chastity, and I approve of this message.
All right.
Thank you.
Paid for by Friends of Chastity for city council. No more crunchy carpets.
Yay. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Chastity.
All right, so you can get a hold of Chastity by going to our website, teamlally.com. Check on the resource tab and click Experts We Trust. You can see all about American Floor and Home and contact them there.
I sent an email to Robin. Robin's he's our everything person. But anyway, he takes care of our website. He's our webmaster.
Yes.
And I said, on the resource tab, I want expert move to the top.
Yes.
So as soon as you click on the tab, I don't know if it's done yet.
It should be. But, Robin is very fast.
He's very fast. It'll be upgraded there. Speaking of, I think we're ready to take a break. What do you think?
Oh, we are ready. Yeah, no, we're ready for a break.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. But stay with us. When we come back, we'll be talking with Greg Williams, the executive director of U.S.VETS, Barber's Point. We'll talk about how you can help support our veterans in need.
So stay with us.
Hey, it's Dina Holyfield with Royal Ride on Country 97.5. And I gotta say, my friends Adrian and Attilio of Team Lally will really go out of their way to sell your home. Just ask Matthew and Marsha Wharton. They were responsible for selling a family estate in La EA by long distance. They weren't even here. Team Lally hired landscapers, a handyman, and painters to get the home ready, plus arranged to sell their truck, a motorcycle, and many other items. Talk about going out of your way. Team Lally received multiple offers and sold the home above asking price. Even as an investor, Matthew told me this was the best service he's ever received from a realtor team. Even if your home needs a little bit of work, don't pull off selling while the market is hot. Call Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally Real Estate Group of Keller Williams, Honolulu. Call 799-9596. That's 799-9596. And tell them Dita sent you.
Hi, I'm Barber Corcoran. To sell your home on time for the most money, you need a sharp agent with a marketing strategy that creates the most demand. Bottom line, you need a partner willing to put their own money on the line for you. In Hawaii, I would hire Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardi. Their marketing strategy is so effective that if your home doesn't sell on terms you agree to, Team Lally will buy it. Partner with the team I trust. Go online or call and get your home sold.
Hello, Hawaii. It's Colin Coward. Things may have changed in the sports world, but the games must go on. Look, I invest in real estate all over America, and right now, with the ultra-low interest rates everywhere, if you're serious about selling your home, you need to talk to my friends Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally, Real Estate Group of Keller Williams, Honolulu. Team Lally's incredible marketing with 3D tours and its huge database of buyers has continued to sell homes quickly with multiple offers over the asking price. Adrian and Attilio continue to spend tens of thousands per month on marketing to attract hundreds of buyers every month using a unique app that communicates daily with over 3 million luxury home buyers around the United States. Adrian and Attilio guarantee to sell your home at a price and deadline you agree to, or they'll buy it themselves. Give Adrian and Attilio a call at 799-9596 or online at teamlally.com. That's teamlally.com. And start packing.
Hey, Buck, as a real estate investor, if you were going to buy or sell property in Hawaii, what's the first thing you do?
That's an easy call. Call Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally Real Estate Group of Keller Williams, Honolulu. They've always guaranteed to sell your home or they will buy it. I love that confidence and the marketing that backs it up.
You aren't alone. Sean Hannity, Colin Cowherd, Scotty B, and Barber Corcoran from Shark Tank all agree with us. Team Lally are the agents we trust, and that trust is well-founded. They're selling homes for up to $70,000 over asking. What would you do with an extra $70,000?
How much time do you have? I mean, I've got a long list. Do yourself a favor. Check out all the reviews and see why thousands trust Team Lally. Google Team Lally, or if you want immediate answers, give them a call at 799-9596.
And don't forget to check out the Team Lally Real Estate Show right here every Saturday morning at 10. Get the best advice from Team Lally.
The Team Lally Real Estate Show continues.
Give it to me, I'm worth it. Baby, I'm worth it. Welcome back, and thanks for listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program. Who will buy it? I'm Adrian.
And I'm Attilio.
And if you have any questions, just give us a call at 799-9596 or check us out online at teamlally.com.
Our guest today is a retired Air Force Lieutenant Colonel with over 27 years of experience in leadership, strategy, safety and security, operations, emergency response, and organizational development.
His educational accomplishments include a BS in computer-related mathematics from the University of Oklahoma, an MS in information management from Marymount University, and an MS in military operational arts and science.
He is currently the executive director of U.S.VETS Barber's Point. Please welcome our guest, Gregory, or he's got parentheses here, Greg Williams.
Yes.
I always want to say like Mr. Williams.
Hello. Welcome.
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for being our guest.
Thank you for having me on.
I'm going to steal this question from a podcast I listened to. Where do we find you today? Like, well, physically, where are you located?
I am physically located in the old Barber's Point area. Some people might know the old Navy Medical Clinic.
Mm-hmm.
Our offices are in that area.
Nice. So back there in Barber's Point, I was going to say next to Tomorrow's, but they closed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
Tomorrow's
bummer.
is closed. You're correct.
So, but that's okay.
So Greg, with Veterans Day upon us, and with your organization so close to where our team operates, we wanted to have you guys on as a guest and bring some more awareness to the U.S.VETS nonprofits.
Yeah. So tell us about your organization. What if you could say what would be the main mission that you guys are trying to achieve, what would that be?
Sure. So if I could simply break that down for you, our mission is to end veteran homelessness. So we want to have every veteran have a home. And we kind of defined having a home as not a place where you're transiently laying your head at night, but a place where you feel safe and you can call your own, and they can build traditions and they can build family. Yeah. So that's our main mission.
And I think that's a very worthwhile mission especially for people that fought for the dirt under our feet and under our homes, for them to have a home on this dirt called the United States. So I think that's a great cause.
So with the U.S.VETS, like what kind of services do you offer any of our veterans that are homeless or just in need of additional support?
Sure. That's a great question. Well, right now, we still remain the only veteran-specific program in the state of Hawaii that provides comprehensive services. And we're proud to say for our transitional program, and I'll get into that in just a second, we've served nearly 3,500 veterans since we opened in 2003.
Wow.
So we have a program that ranges from a veteran that might getting ready to become homelessness, or they're at risk of becoming homeless, to help them stay in that house through various programs, all the way to getting them into permanent housing. So we will take the veteran where we find them. Let's say they're homeless on the street. We can bring you into the transitional housing program. The next thing to the right would be kind of our emergency housing program, which is where we're going to be able to provide you about 90 days or less of stabilizing housing. Usually the people we see there are coming out of some kind of a medical condition, out of a hospital or things like that. And again, our goal is to always get that veteran to that permanent housing and work with them on whatever issues that they're encountering, whether that's a substance abuse issue, whether that's a mental issue, whether that's a financial issue, but to get them to that permanent housing situation. And really, we want to keep them there.
Yeah. And I think all those things that you mentioned are really important. I had a friend that used to work out, and he's a psychiatrist for the state of Hawaii, and working with homeless. And he says it takes a lot of specialists and resources all combining in an effort to work to get somebody to break that cycle of homelessness. It's not just, hey, come over here and have a warm meal and shelter. There's much more that's involved. Like you said, the mental issues, financial issues, even getting gainfully employed. Adrian, you had a question?
Well, I wanted to ask, how can the community get involved and help with this wonderful program that helps so many veterans to, succeed?
Yeah.
That's a great question, Adrian. Thank you for your service. I know that you're an Army veteran, so thank you for that.
Yeah, I'm also an Army brat. My dad was in the Army, and my grandfather was in the Marines, and my son is getting ready to, I think he's going to join the Air Force.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm third generation military myself. My father was active duty for about 33 years. So my 4 kids have moved all around the world and experienced a lot of things. And so, I'm just happy to be able to give back to veterans who are a little bit less fortunate than maybe myself. But to your question about how can you get involved, or how can your listeners get involved?
Yes.
We have, the first obviously would be donation of either in-kind things, because we accept donations throughout the year. And a lot of times it's things like clothing, footwear, body wash, bedding, etc. Because many cases we're finding these people, either they've been living out on the streets and they may have lost everything that they have for various reasons.
Yeah.
And we want to be able to provide that for them. So when they come to us, regardless of the situation, we're going to get them clothed, We're going to get them a fresh set of sheets and a good bed, and some good food. So in-kind donations are a great way to start. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the other way would be via a monetary donation. Mm-hmm. I do keep a list of our top 10 kind of donation needs, and I'm happy to share that with the team there, and that could be shared anywhere that you felt it was appropriate.
Yes.
Another way that a lot of people don't think about to engage us is kind of a time and talent. Yeah. Like if you have a skill like resume building, mock interviewing, painting, any other kind of talent that you think might be useful for a veteran, we would love to connect with you and see how we could do that. Yeah. And then really the last way, I would say, is what we call friend raising, which is really what you and I are doing right here, in that we're increasing awareness in the community of who we are as an organization, mm-hmm. and then what we do. And then hopefully they'll remember that and say, oh, I encountered so-and-so. Maybe we should call U.S. Vets. So those are the main three ways I would recommend that people get involved with us.
Yeah. So if our listeners wanted to research more about all the different ways to get involved and to connect, would it be best to go to your website, or are you on social media? What's the best way to find you in the virtual world?
Sure. In the virtual world, we're on all of the above. Mm-hmm. So you can find us at U.S.VETS.org. Or I'll be honest with you, I'm happy to have people email me directly.
Sure.
At gwilliams@usvets.org. I'm happy to entertain those conversations. And then we're also on Facebook and Instagram, so you could DM us on Instagram or send us a message on Facebook to connect with us.
Now, I know that there's been some local businesses, for example, other nonprofits. Pearlside Boxing has been a supporter of your veterans and offered either like free memberships or highly reduced memberships to their boxing club. Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of different ways
which is in the neighborhood.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to support our veterans.
Greg,
Absolutely.
I want to speak directly to the fellow ladies and gentlemen, business mm-hmm. owners out there. It's called For Benefit Marketing. And this is kind of in line with what Zig Ziglar said, give people what they want and they'll give you what they want. So we want to give them a way to increase their business while supporting you guys' program. And when consumers take a look at two businesses that are very similar, provide similar products or services, 95% of the time, they will go with the business that's giving back
to the community.
So givers gain is the motto, and it's for benefit marketing. So if you're a business owner out there, I think you should give you guys a call, 672-2977.
I would say also that be open to accepting resumes and going, having these interviews with the veterans, because that's, part of the program. Right? They're trying to help them to get back into productivity and back into the, society.
So speak to that, Greg. When you guys, let's say somebody gets hired for a job, or do you continue? They continue in that program to help with their forward-moving success in that job?
Absolutely. In fact, we're there with them from the very beginning, Attilio. We have a workforce program where we will work with the veterans, get them to develop a resume, get them on social media, on LinkedIn, help them build a profile, try to connect them with some of those employers out there.
Okay.
And then let's just say, for instance, your interest was you wanted to be a carpenter, but you don't have any tools.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We have programs where I can buy you tools.
Oh, wow.
I can get you set up with the initial things that you need to be a good employee, and then continue to support you with housing and other services as needed until we can get you back on your feet.
Yeah, that's nice.
Wow, what a great resource.
What if I want to be a professional olive stuffer? Will you guys provide the olives and the pimentos? No.
No.
It's an awesome program that you guys have, because it's not. It's funny that we have you as a guest right now, because I try to have meaningful conversations with my kids, and especially the younger ones, right? Because they are the future to the solutions of humanity. So I was talking with my 14-year-old and his cousins. So I was talking with Angelo and his cousin Kaimana, and I said, what would you guys do to solve homelessness? And it was interesting having these conversations with these young kids, but they're thinking just like adults, help them with housing, help them with education, mental well-being. And they came up with all of that stuff that you're mentioning at age 14. So I'm excited that, hopefully there'll be somebody down the road that'll, take over and continue with your program. What's,
like you guys have an advanced women's program.
Yeah, what's
talk
that
a little
about?
about the women veteran side of things.
Yeah.
Sure. Actually, I'm very proud that we are one of 3 sites inside of U.S.VETS, and we are a nationwide company that has a women's program, which is actually our largest subpopulation of veterans, where we provide all the exact same services that we do to our male veterans to the ladies, and we have a totally kind of separate living area for them.
Nice.
And then they would get the services, caseworker, things that they need to become successful.
So with this program, if the women have children, how does that come into play with your program and your support?
Yeah. So as far as housing goes, we wouldn't be able to put them in a transitional program, but when it comes to more of an emergency housing situation or more, if they have children, we would have to look more towards the permanent housing situation.
Yeah.
Because right now, all my transitional and emergency housing is for singles only.
Gotcha.
But we do work with them, and we have a lot of contacts. Just like we're part of the Partners in Care network in the state of Hawaii, so we constantly are calling other agencies and making referrals, whether they're a veteran or not.
Yeah.
So you have the connections to help make sure that they are not on the streets.
Solutions directly or indirectly. Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
And go ahead, Adrian.
I was going to say, one of the nice things is that, like, I had donated a bunch of my older, dress clothes, right? So for the women, right, you teach them how to show up for the interview and, really set them up for success. Like, what kind of employment opportunities are your veterans looking for right now? You can just put like a shout out to our listeners.
Sure. So that varies widely depending upon the veteran and what they're interested in. Like I said, we have had a lot of them that are, I just want to start off being a security guard.
Yeah.
And that's perfectly fine if that's the path that they want to head down. Likewise, I want to be a mechanic. It typically is more in the trade side, but we do have others that are out there, looking for those opportunities. I want to give them an opportunity to get more in the professional environment. And unfortunately, there's a stigma associated with homelessness.
Yes.
That people think that, they might not fit in that environment. And I can tell you, the veterans I've met, that's not necessarily the case.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that regardless of your education and economic background, sometimes we fall down, and you guys are trying to be that safety net there in that crack of society and help lift up our fellow brother and sister out there, veterans and homelessness. I think that's a great mission. What else, Adrian?
Well, I was going to ask, do you how much, what is your capacity right now at U.S.VETS, and do you have any room for anyone that might be at risk or on the streets that our listeners are aware of?
So if there's somebody out there that knows of a veteran that's living on the streets and needs that housing support, we got space for you.
Gotcha.
And if I don't have it in my program, I will find another program in the state where we can support them.
So
in fact, that's correct. In fact, we're very proud that we're getting ready to open up through the state of Hawaii our Kama'oku Kauhale here right in our backyard with the 36 tiny homes.
Oh, 36 tiny homes.
That is very exciting.
That's correct.
That's kind of nice because they have their own place versus being in like a condo environment.
That's correct. So it's a permanent housing situation. It is a shared kitchen. It's a shared bathroom type environment.
Yes.
But it's that first step into permanent housing to give them that place that is theirs. And that program is actually going to be open to veterans and non-veterans alike.
Oh, nice.
It kind of reminds me of the barracks life.
Yeah.
Where you have your shared bathroom and kitchen type area, but you have your own space.
Well, it's like you said, you're providing that safe environment for them to just be relaxed. Because I know when you're out there, and not that I've been homeless, but like when you're camping, you're like just on guard, right? And I can't imagine what that must be like to just have to be in that mental awareness all the time.
So Greg, is there any events that you guys have coming up for fundraisers or community events? Anything that we can help to promote?
For the holidays.
Yeah.
Sure. So the first one is our national Camo for a Cause. If you go to U.S.VETS.org/shop, you will see products that we put together for Camo for a Cause. We're very happy that our partners here in Hawaii, High Life, have developed a custom T-shirt just for the Hawaii locations.
Nice.
That our listeners could purchase and support that. In addition, as with the holidays coming up, we tend to have a lot of people coming out for that. But we have a program called Gifts of Aloha. So that's where you can kind of sponsor a veteran with some Christmas gifts, and we would help you out in, telling you what it is that they would like to have, and people could support a veteran that way as well.
Nice.
So are these programs all listed on your website where we can find out more and sign up to help?
Yeah. So the Camo for a Cause that's a straight shop.
Yep.
Gifts of Aloha, you would need to contact me, and I can get you that information.
Is you guys
it's not specifically on our website?
Is you guys phone number out there 672-2977?
Yes.
Okay.
So you guys are doing well with your marketing, because I got the email about the camo for the cause, and it just reminded me. I was like, hey, we haven't had U.S. Vets on in a while onto our radio show, and I was like, we got to invite them back and help to bring awareness. So.
And though you guys are based out in Barber's Point, your services are available for anybody on Oahu, correct?
Actually, statewide.
Oh, statewide.
We have programs. We have programs statewide. We actually have some housing opportunities on Kauai, and then we have some partners on the Big Island that can provide veterans housing.
Gotcha.
That's amazing, because
that's good to know, because the show does go statewide. Yeah.
So anyone listening on those neighbor islands, you guys you have support.
And
that's right.
That website, usvets.org. Again, usvets.org. Is there any questions, Greg, that we should have asked you that we haven't, or anything we've covered that we haven't?
I don't really think so.
Okay.
I definitely appreciate you having me on, and appreciate the time, and it's kind of my honor to serve alongside Team Lally and all the veterans out there.
Nice.
Well, thank you, Greg, and we'll come pop by and visit with you, because I think the last time we were there, we had someone that was in charge that was different than you.
Yeah.
So
it's probably Dr. Kim Cook.
Yes.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yep. So.
And she is now on our national team.
Oh, nice.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations to her. Well, thank you for being our guest, and look forward to having you on our Friday Live. And we'll come pop by and visit with you face to face, because you are our neighbor out there in Kapolei.
Yeah. Take some pictures and post you up on our social media.
Look forward to seeing you in person.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Greg.
Thank you, Greg.
Thank you. All right. Aloha.
Aloha.
All right. So if you are a veteran or know of a veteran that needs help, actually, I guess anywhere in the state, you can give them a call, 672-2977. He gave his personal email, but we've got info@usvets.org. If you forgot all of that, it's U.S.VETS, VETS.org.
You can click around and find what you need.
And by the way, if we have somebody on the radio show, eventually it's not posted right away, but eventually it ends up on our radio page, and all their information is there if you go to teamlally.com.
That's right.
Well, we got a couple minutes left on the show. And
I think we need to talk about all of our grand open houses.
Yeah, which one? Go.
I think we've got 3 of them that are happening this weekend.
Yeah.
And I just want to bring some attention to our website, teamlallyopenhouse.com.
Yeah.
And you can find out all about these homes. No one's been able to walk through them yet, because we do the grand open on Sunday from 2 to 5.
From 2 to 5. And What's unique about these is, so, we do open houses a couple of times in a row with some of our listings, but majority of the time we're doing what's called the grand open, which means we're building momentum up. And people think, well, the market's so hot, just stick a sign in it and open the front door. No, you want to, just like anything, how you do it in the beginning is how it ends up, and how you do the small things is how you do the big things. And so slowing down to hurry up and creating a lot of momentum, even in this hot market, will typically get our sellers more money.
Yeah, so an example of that is one that we just sold in Mariners Ridge.
Yeah.
And we had listed at the highest comp in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And ended up using the same strategy that we're talking about.
Yeah.
And sold for $160,000 more than the highest comp and higher than we were listed.
A lot of sometimes we'll have a client say, well, the home sells itself. And the only thing that I say in regards to that would be, whatever it is you do for a living, does it do itself?
No.
You take somebody to actually do that. And whatever it is that anybody does for a living, there are certain people that do it there are going to be groups or individuals that do it at a very extreme high level. We don't take our word for it that we do that. Go to Google Team Lally.
You can see for yourself.
Check out our reviews.
All those reviews.
Yeah.
So we have 3 grand open houses. And then in the following weekend too, we've got a lot of new inventory coming on the market. These sellers have been busy prepping and preparing, and so lots of new inventory coming on.
The other thing I wanted to mention too is that if you go under search on our Team Lally website, there's a drop down, or there's a domain name, Team Lally New Homes. Mm-hmm. We have 3 different areas, actually kind of 4 different areas of Oahu that we have projects that we're working on in some state right now. Right now, Kahuku is one that you can get involved with like right now. We do have some homes that will be coming online next year.
Week. Well, we have
Kahuku is
2 single levels coming on next week.
For Kahuku, what I'm talking about is Wahiwa. We have a project out there. We've got one in
Kailua. Yep.
One in Kailua and Enchanted Lakes, and then another one out in possibly Kaneohe Bay, right on the bay. So keep in touch with us. Book an appointment to do a buyer consultation. Adrian, we're more of consultants than salespeople. What does that mean?
So we're asking questions, not telling. And
we're finding out what your needs are, and then we're trying to match what's out there with what your family needs, and we're always keeping your priorities topmost. We don't put a gun to your head and get you to sign any type of paperwork. We just want to educate you, and if we are the right team to fit your needs, then we'd be happy to take on that role.
All right. Well, thank you for listening, and thank you to our sponsors.
Jody and Derek with Pacific Rim Mortgage.
Bradley with Allstate Insurance.
Kenji with Pillar to Post Home Inspections.
John with Kilauea Pest Control.
Duke with Hawaii Pacific Property Management.
Kyle with Impact Wealth Solutions.
Robinson with Fine Line Paintworks.
James with Kaji Cleaning.
Chastity with American Floor and Home.
Jake with Skytech Construction, Roofing and Solar.
And Broderick with Zero Res Hawaii. If you want to get a hold of any of our sponsors, just go to teamlally.com.
We also want to give a big thank you to Leah Rodriguez, our producer here in the studio. Make sure to tune in next week. We'll have an awesome guest talking about something that'll change your life
forever. This is the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the guaranteed
sold program. If we can't sell your home with agreed upon price and our time frame, we'll have it bought for cash.
Thanks and aloha.